Welcome to Girl Talk. We're shooting on location today at the Great Dane, their Hilldale location. We're really looking forward to talking with them today about their Bach Fest. It's always fun to talk about these fests, and as we've kind of talked about too, craft beers seem to be getting more and more popular, and we're starting to see some of these festivals.
It's a good time to be living in Madison if you're a beer lover, and it's a good time to be at the Great Dane if you're a beer lover, because we're going to chat with them later about that.
You mentioned you have a beer fan in your life.
In my life,
yeah. So this could be sort of a Valentine's event, the Bach Fest they have coming up.
And I like how vague you've left that. A beer
exactly.
fan in my life.
You know who you are. But that's a great idea, though, for a gift, yeah.
I brought a little prop, too. We're going to be learning specifically about Bach beers, and no fair Googling, but if you've ever wondered why there's a goat on your Bach beer bottle or Bach beer event posters, we're going to find out why when we chat with them later.
Fabulous teaser.
Yeah.
What's your guess?
I guess I'll
What do you
stay.
think is your guess?
We'll stick around.
I can't speak to that because I did Google it
Oh, you
already
did?
ahead of time.
Oh,
yeah.
no fair.
Yeah. Anyway, Zora Shrine Circus is in town. That's also coming up, I think 17th, 18th, I don't know. It's right after Valentine's Day. We'll get the dates for you later. And you said you had gone the last 2 years.
I love all the fun, like, acrobatic acts are my favorite, but there are some really incredible things that you might not associate with the circus. Like, for example, one of my favorite acts was there's a woman, an act, who literally changes clothes like 30 times in the course of like a minute and a half.
Whoa.
And it's like it looks like some kind of optical illusion, but there's no tricks. Like, she is just has, I don't know if she has all these outfits on, but it's
Reversible,
incredible.
Velcro.
So you can't tell if it's layered?
I
It's so
have no
fast.
idea. This is the act that I've been watching, had my eye on each year. I'm going to watch even closer this year, see if I can figure out the trick. But it's incredible. There's all these visual stunts and things happening. So there's those fun ones, but then there's also the ones where you're like watching in like terror, wondering if someone's going to fall, or the motorcycles that go through the cage and if they're going to crash, and it's fun.
Does it feel
should
sort of
go.
like Cirque du Soleil, only local?
Yeah, I mean,
like
it's
that?
really quite an incredible production. And what you think about when you're there that you don't think about on a day-to-day basis is how much training and preparation and work goes in, and athleticism to these people that are part of these events. So obviously I love it. You should go. It's a fun event.
Speaking of events, if you've got a bridal event or a prom event, we have Arlene. She's from Moments to Cherish Bridal.
Yep.
You know, I was reading that the most common period for getting engaged is from Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day. So if you don't have a wedding on the calendar yet, you just might. You don't know, right?
And prom season coming up too. Girls are buying their dresses sooner and sooner now because you want to have the best pick. So they've got quite a big selection over there. And that's coming up next year on Girl Talk, so stay with us. Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're at the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company over in Hilldale, and we're going to be talking about Bach beers a little bit later on in the show. So if you're wondering what that is, stick around. You're going to want to hear what they have to say. But first, we've got Arlene DeForest. She's the owner over at Moments to Cherish Bridals in Verona. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
And just decorating our set today. Oh my gosh.
So beautiful.
Yeah,
We've already been drooling over these
Yeah.
beautiful dresses this morning. So nice.
We want to go back to prom.
I know.
I know.
Can we do
it's
that?
nothing like what it was when we went to the prom.
Right? So we're talking about prom today, prom dresses. How soon should you get your prom dress? Most proms are typically, what, May, June?
April, May.
Oh, April, May.
Yeah.
Okay, sooner
Yeah.
than I even thought.
So,
How soon
Yes,
should
It
you get
hasn't
those?
been that long, Ellen. Come on now.
So I do.
you should come in and purchase your prom dress as soon as possible because the manufacturers, they only make a certain amount, and when they're gone, they're gone. We can try to order, but there's no guarantees.
Sure. So if you want the first pick,
Right.
probably from the most selection,
Right.
sooner is better than later.
Right.
And let's talk a little bit about something that has always been a mystery to me and maybe to you at home as well, but that's dress sizes. So it's so hard to know because women's sizing can be so varied, but how are the prom dresses sized?
Prom dresses size are go by measurements, just like wedding dresses are. The main thing is we have to do the measurements. There is no prom dress that's going to fit you perfectly, especially with the form-fitting ones.
Right. Unless you're shaped like this
right.
mannequin here, which none of us
Correct.
are. Yeah.
So basically, you should be looking at probably a size to one size of, 1 to 2 sizes up from what you normally wear. So if
sure.
you wear a 4, you're probably looking at a 6 or an 8.
Now, is that so it can be taken into your measurements, or because you just generally want to go up?
It basically is because of the way the dresses are
Okay.
made.
Okay.
They're not made conformed exactly to your body.
I
see.
suppose.
Got
They're
it.
not stretchy like your favorite t-shirt.
No.
I
No,
suppose
not
not,
for
especially
sure.
if you get that
There
nice
are
corset.
a few dresses that are made out of jersey knit.
Okay.
So they give a little bit more, but the ones that are more the
Structured.
structured, the satin and the chiffon ones,
Sure.
you probably have to
Makes
have a little bit of alterations done.
Yeah. And you also want to be able to eat dinner.
Right.
Yeah, and sit down.
Don't forget
And dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner and dancing.
So
So we're having a hard time taking our eyes off these two styles and deciding which is our favorite. It's hard to tell. So what are the popular styles this year? I see a midriff bearing one. Is that kind of new for
that
this year?
is the big thing.
Yeah?
The two-piece, either the flared skirts. There are some that are like ball gown skirts. There are other ones that are just more form-fitting. But it's basically the two-piece. The ball gown, of course, is still popular.
Classic.
I know a lot of high schools, the juniors, that's what they typically wear are the ball gowns. But really, when you look at what the manufacturers are making now, they're more of the sleek, form-fitting or the two-piece.
Well, and I think it's still very classy and
Yeah.
classic because it's, it comes up to the neck. It's still got that beautiful train and that beautiful skirt. And it's not a lot of midriff showing. It's
Right.
And
really
that's a higher up midriff too, typically, isn't it? Kind of more like bottom of your rib cage.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so very
cool.
pretty.
Now you said dresses can be ordered,
they
but you
can
got to
be-
have enough time.
Right.
Okay. So what is
Yeah.
typically the timeline for that?
Right now, there's just one of the two companies where I can go online and see if they have it in stock.
Sure.
They may still have it in stock, even though it says just call the store and find out. Typically, the companies do not do a second cutting and make more. If they do, they usually come after prom.
Okay.
I see. All right. And really quick before we go, tell us kind of ballpark cost.
I have dresses that are from previous years, so they may be as much as $200. Typical ones, you're looking at between $300 and $450.
Okay.
And of course, the ball gowns are always more expensive.
Well, this is your one opportunity before you get married, of course, to have that princess moment. And we all look back on those photos and memories with a lot of joy. So thank you for sharing that with
Sure.
us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Arlene. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you being here. And again, she's with Moments to Cherish Bridals in Verona. Be sure to check them out if you're looking for a prom dress this season. And we'll be back with more Girl Talk right after this.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're filming today at the Great Dane at Hilldale. We'll get schooled on Bach beers, an upcoming event called Bachfest by one of their brewmasters. Kind of looking forward to that.
I don't know a lot about that stuff, so I'm excited to learn more.
And I bet he'll be excited to teach us about it too. So
Perfect.
looking forward to that. But right now we have the pleasure of chatting with Dale Holman. He's the circus chairman for the Zoar Shrine Circus. Thanks for joining us today, Dale.
Thank you for having me.
So you told me that the circus here in Madison's been around for 63 years.
Wow.
That's really
That's correct.
amazing. Yeah.
That's correct. It's be the 63rd annual Shrine Circus here in Madison.
And this is your first year.
This is my first year as the general chairman.
Very good. Well, good luck with your first year.
Well, thank you.
So let's learn a little bit more. First off, when is it?
When it is, it's February 17th, 18th, and 19th. There'll be 6 shows.
Okay, that's a Friday.
That's
Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. With 1 show on Friday, 3 on Saturday,
3.
and 2 on Sunday.
You guys are going to be busy.
Oh, it's a long weekend.
And where is the circus?
The circus is at the Veterans Memorial, Dane County Coliseum.
Okay, perfect.
Over by the Alliance.
Right, the part of the Lion Energy Center.
Got it. Okay.
So let's talk tickets. How do we get there?
Tickets can be purchased, general admission tickets can be purchased at any of the PDQ stores in the Madison area and at the Dane County Ticket Office. And you can also get them online.
Okay, so there's no at-door tickets?
Oh yeah, you
But
can buy.
do that too?
Day of the show, you can buy tickets at the Coliseum. There are general admission and there are reserved seats.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Very good. So we're getting all these logistics out of the way before we talk about the fun stuff. So just one more, ticket prices.
Ticket prices. The general admission ticket is $18 and reserved seats are $21.
Not much more for the
Not much
reserve
more for the
seats.
reserves.
How are those seats different?
They are centered on the east side of the Coliseum and they're closer to the floor. And most of the acts are introduced facing that direction.
Sure.
With
Good to know.
With a round building, it's some places got to be the front.
Yeah.
And some places got to be the back.
So
But they do play in all around, so
Sure.
everybody can see.
perfect. So if you get a good seat, what are the highlights that people can see at the circus?
Well, that's the fun thing about a family circus is there's something for everybody. There's trapeze acts, there's animal acts, there's clowns, and there's juggling. Just about something for everybody.
Really is. And you know, I was looking a little bit at your website. You go from poodles to ponies to pigs?
Yes.
Pigs.
Pigs.
What do the pigs do?
I'm looking forward to that one because that is a new one we've never had. It's going to be an interesting one. It's called the Pork Chop Review. And from everybody I've talked to, they said it's the hit of the show.
Who knew, right?
You never know.
I thought I saw one of the names of the pigs was Cousin Grumpy. Is that right, or is that the handler?
That's so cute.
Well, that's what they call each of the pigs have their own names. But
Of course they do.
There's a porky, right?
Probably.
That is so cute.
Well, I'm always a little partial to the aerialists. Can you describe a little bit of what to expect there?
That's my favorite one myself, the trapeze. But that's a fun one that just death-defying. And then, of course, one of the grand finales is always the cannon shoot.
The human cannon.
The human cannonball. We get to have the human cannonball back again this year.
And you had something called the Wheel of Destiny. That sounds so mystic. What is that?
Well, that's a high acrobat one where they're walking on the outside of a ring while it's spinning,
Oh,
and
my
they're walking
goodness.
around the outside of it as it's going around like a merry-go-round.
Oh, wow.
These
Or a
events
whoop.
are so fun because for kids, you know, you sit there in awe, and I can remember being a kid going to the circus and watching these things, but I think what's so cool as an adult, it's still that cool.
It's so cool.
It's for children of all ages.
Oh, I love that.
Alrighty, well, as he said, something for everyone really at the Zora Shrine Circus. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, February 17th, 18th, and 19th at the Alliant Energy Center in the Coliseum. Alrighty, well, thank you so much, Dale.
Well, thank you for having me.
Alrighty, well, we'll be right back. We're here at Hilldale at the Great Dane. We're going to learn about Bachfest next.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We have been having ourselves a lovely time over here in Hilldale. If you've been shopping, you can stop in for a bite or a beer and you will not be disappointed. So we are excited to be here. We've been having a lovely time. If you're just joining us, Janet promised in the beginning, in the intro segment, that we were going to answer the question about goats. And the man with the plan who's going to do that for us is right here. It's Rob Lobreglio, who is the executive brewer here at the Great Dane Brewing Company. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you more so for having us. We've been having a great time. So now this is the shining moment for everyone that's been hanging on with us since the beginning. We're going to talk about that goat and why that the history of Bach beer. What is the association with the goat? We see it here on the sign. We've seen it on posters.
Yeah, and you see it with most Bach beers all over the world. The interesting thing is that the first Bach beers were made in the town of Einbeck in Germany, going back to about the 1400s.
Wow.
Then they started to become more popular, and then as they migrated up towards Bavaria, Munich, they would call it Einbeck, but referencing the town where it came from.
I see.
But it slowly morphed into Einbach, and Einbach means a billy goat.
Oh, okay.
That is why now in German. So that is why Bock beers are associated with goats.
So it sounds almost
Fun.
like a mistake, like this word has sort of morphed and then taken on a new meaning, of course.
Yep,
based
it
on the
absolutely has. It
translation.
was really just supposed to reference the town where it was from.
Right.
So now it's just a visual pun on your beer bottle.
Yeah, and it's kind of similar to Pilsners
Okay.
because the Pilsner beer is originally from the town of Pilsen. So people used to say, you know, I'll have a Pilsen, which meant a beer from the town of Pilsen. But now it just means a style of beer.
Wow, isn't that
Interesting.
something? Okay.
So what makes a Bock beer, other than the name association?
Okay, well, when we're making beer, the two main flavor components are malted barley, which is a sugar source, and then hops. And hops lend a pleasant kind of floral bitterness that balances the sweetness of those sugars. Anyway, the brewers have very specific ways of measuring those sugars. And normal beers start like at 10, 11, 12% sugar. But for it to be a Bock beer, it has to be at least 16
Okay.
degrees of sugar. And then if you want it to be a double Bock beer is not twice as strong as a Bock beer, but it has 2 more degrees of sugar. So a Bock beer would start at 16 and a double Bock would start at 18.
Interesting.
And they're all maltier beers. They tend to be sweeter as opposed to more bitter.
This is a great 101 because so many people are interested in this topic right now, and I always sort of feel like the one at the table that doesn't know their stuff. Ellen and I are over here both going, at the same time. So thank you for that. That's wonderful.
No problem.
Is there a time of year that these are typically drunk?
Absolutely. Bock beers and double Bock beers are available in the wintertime. Originally, they were kind of brewed as the sustenance for monks during their Lenten fast. So, you know, if you're going to not be eating, why not drink an extra strong beer all that time?
A few more calories, it sounds like, if it has higher sugars in there.
Absolutely.
Okay. all
Very
right.
cool.
Wow, and let's talk a little bit about the different Bock beers specific to the Great Dane here, because obviously you've schooled us on a couple of types that are available. What about here specifically?
Okay. Well, one of the reasons that we started the Bockfest is because, and I'm more than happy to throw this out there as a challenge, I think that the Great Dane makes more Bock beers than any other brewery in the world.
In the world.
In the world. We have well over 15 Bock beers that we offer every single year. We have My Box, Spring Box, regular Bock beers, double Bock beers, golden Bock beers. We have wheat Bock beers. We have double Bock wheat beers.
Oh my goodness.
We have ice Bock beers.
Yeah.
So
I'm impressed that you can just list them that quickly.
I'm sure I'm forgetting a few. But yeah, you know, we love our Bock beers here. It was actually a specific Bock beer from Germany that made me a brewer. And so they hold a special place in my heart, and I decided that we should have a fest that celebrated them.
I love that.
We're almost out of time, Rob. Do you want to give a shout out to the Bock Fest? before we
Yeah,
leave?
Bockfest, Saturday, February 11th at from noon to 5, and we're also partnering with the Road Home, which is a phenomenal charity here.
Yeah, we do have time for you to share about that charity. I want to make sure we get that in because it's a wonderful organization and
Yes.
a big part of some of the reasons behind Bockfest and why you're doing this is to help another cause. So let's talk a little bit about that cause.
Yeah, the Road Home is the only agency in Dane County that deals solely with homeless families with children. And last year they helped find homes for over 175 families.
Oh my goodness.
And so we're going to have a lot of fabulous raffle prizes.
Share this with us.
This is a limited edition cooler, but that's not even the grand prize. We have 2 other grand prizes. We have a kegerator. We have a year of free beer.
Oh, wow.
Where
Wow.
you can get a growler of beer every single week
That's
for
awesome.
a year.
Now the
and then-
growler's the big one, right? The crowlers are the
Yes.
okay.
Sorry, the growler is
Yeah.
the 64 ounce
Okay.
and the crowler is the 32 ounce.
I didn't know that.
Yep. And all of the other participating breweries which I would love to mention briefly, just
Please,
because they're our
yes.
partners in this. They're going to be bringing raffle items as well, and all the raffle tickets, all the proceeds from the raffle tickets will go to the road home. But we've got Wisconsin Brewing Company coming, we have Vintage Brewing Company coming, we have Carbon 4 coming, we have Lakefront, Capital, Rockhound, we have the Freiburg Gastropub, and of course the Great Dane. So I'd like
Love
to
that
thank
place.
all those breweries as well for
Oh, how
participating.
fun. And what a great event for
Mm-hmm.
folks to come out and get to, find out a little bit about all these wonderful craft breweries in town. So thank you for sharing all that with us. We have had a lovely
you.
time here at the Great Dane and really just learning about beer. This has been
I love it.
eye-opening for me. I've enjoyed it. So
Anytime.
thanks so much. This is Rob Lobreglio, the executive brewer here at the Great Dane Brewing Company. We thank all of our guests for joining us, and of course, thank you for watching. Join us next time on Girl Talk.